Alright, so here we are, starting up part 8. We're going back as the Scorpion. So as you can see, it mixes and matches. Chapter 4, The Citadel, which is cool, I guess. I mean, it's just a bunch of bugs that we're playing as. Well, not bugs, but we're just playing as small desert creatures. Deadly desert creatures, but small desert creatures nonetheless. This part is very open world, and there's a couple of split paths you can go along, which I end up doing, if only by mistake. But there's a lot of place to roam around, and yeah, it's pretty cool. So it kind of counteracts the puzzle, twisty, turny levels of the tarantula levels pretty well. You go from one extreme to another, so that's nice. And then I beat up a scorpion. It's pretty easy. Scorpions have terrible defense against other scorpions. And yeah, I attack it again even though it's dead, because you can never be quite dead enough when you're a scorpion, or at least that's the scorpion's beliefs. Attack. He's got some good, his combos work pretty well, but when you're going against something that blocks, it's kind of hard. Now for some reason when I used this attack, it sent me outside, and it kind of took me off guard. I'm like, what? Why are we outside? Now we're back inside, as if nothing ever happened. That never happens again when I'm inside. It was just that one time. So it's really awkward. Just another one of those mysteries of the universe, I suppose. I look around for an exit from here. So this is just one of the many, like, short split paths that just have grubs. Like I mentioned in the last one, how there were quite a few of these for the scorpion and not a lot of them for the tarantula. We also, earlier, I probably should have mentioned it, we ran in... Oh, what's going on here? So we've got a tarantula fighting what we later find out is called a tarantula hawk, I think is what they called it. Yeah, and I guess they kill off tarantulas and use them for food. So this level introduces two new enemies, the tarantula hawk, which we did see earlier, but I didn't fight them. And it also has the blue beetles that shoot, like, poison acid stuff. Which, the blue beetles are not a threat at all. They die from one hit from the stinger. They're pretty quick to kill. These guys, on the other hand, are a threat. They fly, they dive bomb and go back up, giving you very little chance to attack a lot of times. Once in a while you get a good hit. They do go down pretty quickly once you have them on the ground, but their hits also poison you, so you really gotta watch out for them. In my expert opinion. I am an expert. So we're trying to get to that cactus over there. And that was a pretty big cactus. I'm excited to get it to that cactus. So, yo, eating grasshoppers and whatnot. That one is a spry grasshopper. I don't like that it escaped me, but I'll let it live for now. This is another little secret area that just has grubs in it. This one you don't have to dig for, and it's pretty obvious. And when you leave, you run into another colored scorpion. This is our first gray scorpion. Before, they've always been like a darker reddish amber color. This one's kind of a punk. Although he does look like a Pokemon. Just because he's gray and he looks like that gray scorpion Pokemon, if you know what I'm talking about. I don't remember its name, but whatever. It's one of the really new ones. He's not very tough. I mean, obviously not, it's just a scorpion. It's no different than the other ones you fight, except that it's gray. I'm not sure if that means it has more health. I think it gave me a bit more points. But it did give us an attack, called the Burrow Strike, which I try to show you, but it takes a little bit for me to learn how to do it. You have to turn the Wiimote upside down and leave it for a few seconds and you'll go underground. And then you flick it back upwards. and you come out like that. It's pretty cool, but, you know, it's kind of, I mean, I think it's supposed to give you, like, a good attack, like you can't get hit while you're underground, but at the same time, I don't know. It's not like you run into a lot of problems with the enemies very often. It might come in handy during, like, a boss fight, but most of the enemies you run into are pretty easy to take down without it. So as you can see, I just went through there. There was a lot there to get, like, in the term of grubs. There were a lot of grubs in there. But it didn't really lead anywhere, which is cool. It really shows that they have kind of, not a really open world, but it's a more open worldy feel to the levels. And they put a lot of work into making all the different things to go with it. And then I kill that tarantula hawk, because it is a bug, and it died up there, and I'm not sure what happened, but I think if you hit something into a cactus, it's supposed to impale it somewhat, maybe. I'm not sure. I'm gonna guess that. I have never hit anything into a cactus, but I assume that's what happened, because I had a different death animation than usual, and it happened in the air. And I get the health upgrade. Okay, so we're going down. This is the beginning of one of the split paths. You can tell because it's loading. Split paths always load. And this is very roundabout. It goes in a huge circle, which is kind of cool. But at the same time, you're kind of like, oh, well, that was weird. Why did you send me on such a long journey? I think this is it. Oh, maybe it isn't. Maybe I'm completely crazy. There is one that just sends you on a giant circle, and afterwards you kind of... Oh, look, lizards. I can take these lizards. Yeah, there is two of them. The other one was up... Oh, okay. So after I killed this one, that one up there jumped down, did it? I don't know. But I kept thinking that I, like, killed one, and then it came back to life, and I had no idea what happened. But I just saw it in the background there. I'm assuming it just... That one jumped down after I killed one. The lizards are really weak. They're not any trouble at all. Just hit them back a bit and then hit them with a stinger and they're pretty much dead. Alright, so we climb up here. Oh, what do you got in here for me? More waggle digging. And it's a little grasshopper sanctuary with grubs. I have quite a few grubs now. I've got 109. I think that's a few grubs. Alright, so this is the end of part 8. It's about to end anyway. And I will see you guys in part 9.